Hi, how's it going? You know, when I'm making my projects, one of the things that I really love is being able to define my own data types. Along with that, I really love operator overloading. Makes it easy to print things out. I can define my own format. I can decide how I want to add objects together, if that's what I want to do. But when all of this comes together, it starts to get a little complicated, especially where namespaces are involved. That's okay. That's what we're going to look at today. Come on, let's get into it. So here I am in an example project. This is from an early video in my Linear Algebra for Game Developers series. If you'd like to see that, there's a video for that. And I've just been going through and setting this up to use CMake instead of Visual Studio. And if you would like to see how I set up my CMake projects, there's a video for that as well. But the thing that I want to focus on is this header, right? Because we've got all this source code and we've got this source code in this header. But for anything more than a pathological example, this is going to have some problems. Things are going to be multiply defined. It's tricky, it's annoying. I don't want to touch it. But at the same time, it can feel a little strange to take this function and put it in a source file. Let me talk about what I mean. So if I go ahead and add a source file, typically the way this works with namespaces is we define some sort of function like void and this will be the function declaration, and then over here in the source file we would have the function definition. This really is the worst function. What we would need to do to specify that this is the definition of the function within this namespace is we would need to preface this with the namespace. So this is scoped to the linalg namespace. We would have to just preface this as such. So this has inadvertently pulled up all the issues that I wanted to talk about. So I've made this project, I've got this stuff, I'm running it, and I'm getting all these errors, and it's saying, hey, we've got multiple definitions of these functions. Ultimately, what I want to do is I want to have my definitions just once in one translation unit. So ideally, I would want something like just a simple declaration, and then on the other end, a definition. Now, if we do this in the naive way, we would have to preface that function definition with the namespace. And this is sort of fine and it sort of works, but there's just something a little ugly about this. So I found that this works, and I don't know whether it's cheating or not, but the basic idea is I just take everything from my header, because here everything was defined anyway, so these are all of the definitions. And then I just go back and I turn all these definitions into declarations. So this is telling the compiler, hey, you know, we've got this function, just be aware of it, and it's defined elsewhere. And then the function says, okay, no problem, you can include this header in as many places as you like, because you are explicitly giving a single declaration point for all of these functions. So there you can see that we've got things spaced out, we've got our definitions, our declarations. This is going to complain because the structs only need to be in the header. So, you know, we run this and it says, hey, what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh yeah, also that's not good. But it's saying, hey, you know, you're redefining this, so we can just get rid of that. Look, the reason I wanted to make this video is that every example I saw did not do it this way. It did it the previous way, where we preface things with the namespace. And that just gets a little clunky with operator overloading specifically. Because with an operator overload, you've already got so much syntax doing the heavy lifting, and it's just a bit, it feels weird. It feels weird to put this namespace prefacing the front of every function. I would much rather just sort of block declare the namespace and say, hey, this is the declaration of what's in the namespace, and this is the definition of what's in the namespace. So hopefully that was useful, and I hope that you are going well working on your projects, and yeah, I will see you again soon. Bye.